Hello, my name is Eric Niederlander, and you're watching the Bankruptcy Video Blog. Today we're going to talk about lien stripping and cram down of mortgages and other loans. When you file Chapter 13 bankruptcy. By filing a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, debts are repaid over a 3 to 5 year period, and most times debtors pay very little, if anything, to unsecured creditors, sometimes just pennies on the dollar. At the end of the case, any remaining unsecured debts are discharged and no longer owed to the former creditor. By modifying through a Chapter 13 repayment plan by either cramming down or lien stripping, you can get rid of oversecured liens on property such as vehicles or homes. During a cram down, the debtor converts a portion of the debt from secured to unsecured. The amount of the secured debt is crammed down to the actual value of the property. So take, for instance, you have a vehicle that's you owe $15,000 on, but the vehicle is only worth $10,000. So you can cram down that loan to $10,000. And that $5,000 that's unsecured is now an unsecured creditor, and you would pay the $10,000 back instead of $15,000 on that vehicle. Additionally, high interest loans, I see some people with car payments up to 29% or more, and the interest rate can be crammed down to something that the bankruptcy court would allow, a lower level, 6, 8, whatever, but better than the 28 or 30% that they're paying now. And if there's enough paid into the Chapter 13 that the unsecured creditors get something, then those debts like the Visa and MasterCard and whoever would get pennies on the dollar. You cannot cram down primary residence or recent car loans that have been purchased within 910 days of filing of the bankruptcy. Lien stripping is another very, very powerful tool in the debtor's pocket. And what a lien stripping allows is the removal of secured but unsecured loans on property, and they become unsecured creditors. For instance, assume that you have a house that's worth, let's say $99,000. You have a first mortgage of $100,000. You have a second mortgage of $20,000, and then you have a judgment creditor out there with a $5,000 lien against the home as well. Well, since that house is worth less than that first mortgage, the second and third mortgages are unsecured and can be stripped from the property. And so instead of paying $125,000 for the house, the debtor pays only $100,000 for the first mortgage because the second mortgage and the judgment lien are stripped. So when you're considering bankruptcy, Chapter 13 has some powerful tools to help you get the amounts you owe down to the value of your actual property. And it's very common in today's economy to have a house that was once worth $200,000 that's now only worth, $100,000, and have a second mortgage that's no longer secured by any collateral, and it may be a way to strip away that second mortgage. And it's very common for people to be underwater on the vehicles and basically owe more than what those vehicles worth. So a Chapter 13, if you have the income to pay into the Chapter 13, can be a very valuable tool and worth considering. Always talk to a bankruptcy professional to advise you of all your rights and which chapter, either Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, would be the best choice for your situation. Like I said earlier, my name is Eric Niederlander. I'm with the Law Office of Eric M. Niederlander. And we have offices in Mobile, Fairhope, Pensacola, that's the main office, Fort Walton Beach, and Panama City. So we have 5 locations to serve you, and we'd be glad to talk to you about Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Our toll-free number is 877-607-2228, and our website address is shouldifileforbankruptcy.com. I invite you to check out the website. It has a wealth of information about bankruptcy, both Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. We have a bankruptcy test to determine if bankruptcy may be an option worth considering. We have a means test calculator, and that's the test that you have to go through to see if you can file a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13. And then we also have a credit score predictor, and that gives you your current credit score and a predictor score for a year after you file bankruptcy. All of those tests are completely free and available on our website, shouldifileforbankruptcy.com. So this is Eric Niederlehner, and you've been watching the Bankruptcy Video Blog. Thank you.